Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne back to do your bonus read for the weekend of the 18th, 19th and 20th of October. How confident do I sound doing that? I was going to say I ballsed it up several times before I got it right. I don't know what it is with dates. I don't know whether it's just I have real, I forget all the time. See what I mean? I forget all the time the dates. People say to me, what date is it today? And I really have to think about it. It just is. And, you know, I'm not I shouldn't say that because that's the way I'm saying the language. I have in the past not been very good at remembering anniversaries, dates, birthdays. Now, this is something that's often attributed to men because men forget, apparently, you know, people's birthdays, dates and everything else. I'm terrible at that. I have everything written down for me. Even like my grandchildren, I just don't remember dates. Dates are a thing for me, and I guess if it's one of the things I'm not good at, I can work with that because at least I get to write it down. But I'm sure there are people out here who fully get what I'm saying. I'm like, somebody will say, oh, you know, it's the anniversary of somebody's wedding, you know, 21 years, and I'm like, how on earth do you remember that stuff? I just can't fit it in my brain. Okay, so I'm going to use the Anne Stokes Gothic Tarot here. And we have a unicorn. How beautiful is that card? So this is sort of a little bit of a contribution to Halloween here. I do have the star card coming out here, and it's the most beautiful unicorn. Now the star this is a beautiful card, and I think it's very underrated. It's not one of my favorite cards, but it's actually really beautiful because the star talks about healing and hope and faith and trust and balance. So it talks about aligning yourself with a path so your destiny comes in. It's sort of, sometimes people see it as a wish card, but it's not a wish in that you are wishing for something that's going to come your way, like the Nine of Cups energy. This is a little different. It's what's aligning with you for on your path in order to create the destiny that was ready for you. Behind that I have the Two of Wands. So this fits nicely with that because the Two of Wands talks of walking down a different pathway. It talks of the choice of two different ways of going. You know, staying the way you want to go or continuing to move down the pathway you have, or accepting something new and different and part of your path going in the opposite direction. Okay, so behind that we have Seven of Pentacles. So I want to say to you here that you have actually manifested this. So it's been something you've wanted for a long while. So if you've been sitting around for, you know, a period of time going, oh, I just want things to be different. I just want to go a different way. I just feel that there's more for me out there. This is you planting those seeds, and the universe is listening, as it always does. And behind that we have the card of Temperance. So what I'm thinking here with the cards like that, it's like the universe has been asking you to align with your destiny in order to move you forward. So maybe you've had things happen in your past where you haven't worked on yourself, you haven't recognized the lessons, and you've stayed stuck because of that. So sometimes when we stay stuck and we feel things aren't moving, that's because the universe is giving us a holding pattern, because we need to learn the lessons. So if you do that in a very conscious way and you're meditating or you're tapping or you're doing something to help yourself move forward, then that waiting room, that cycling or circling can be a lot shorter because you're making the effort to move forward. But if you're not doing that, it may take a while because then the universe has to get the messages through to you in your dreams and through to you in epiphany moments, wake up moments, shifts. They will do all of those things to help you move forward. So it's sort of up to you how quickly things move, because you need to always let go of what's gone before, live in the moment, and work towards your future. But you're always doing everything in the moment. You're not living in the past. You're not trying to preempt or control what's happening going forward, and you need to live in the moment. And it's really funny because I speak to a lot of people who get very locked into their past, what's happened in their past. And I think that it's so important to understand the past is no longer there. They are just your thoughts, your ideas, your memories. And while they're essential to your being, they're not something you should be reliving all the time. So I think that, you know, if you have a memory and you go back to it every now and again because you had a wonderful day at the beach with your family, that's a different sort of memory. If you're obsessing and going through things over and over again because they didn't work out right or because you didn't get the result you wanted, then you're trying to control your life, and you can't control. You can help yourself move forward in a certain way by listening to what your higher self is telling you, but you cannot control what comes into your life in the future, no matter what you do. Okay, so the first card we have coming out is the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant talks, it's a vampire on this card. The Hierophant talks of, it's about big buildings, structures, tradition, religion, all of those sort of things. But often when the Hierophant comes out in the card, it's because you're building something more stable. You're building something that you can work with in the future. So you might be getting your finances in order, you might be getting your emotional self in order, you may be talking to someone like a counselor or something to find the emotional balance in your life. But whatever it is here, you're working towards balance. We do have an Emperor coming out here. Now he looks like the guy out of Lord of the Rings. Now, the Emperor is a person who is very experienced and very knowledgeable. And because I have the Hierophant here, it makes me feel like some of you are going through some sort of counselling, life coaching, some sort of life building exercises at the moment. Because there's a very strong feeling here that someone is helping you bring stability back into your life. Okay, and we have the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords talks about making a decision between two things. Something to do with your heart. So something to do with the way you feel about something and how to move forward. And it very often sort of brings you to a stalemate because you are unable to make the decision because it's going to hurt. So in the card, traditional card, of course, the person is blindfolded. So they're blind to what they want from this. They're not listening to their intuition. They're thinking it out. And what we have here is a situation here where you have to move forward on something, and either you've not been able to make the decision and been seeking counsel on that, or you are about to make the decision because of being counseled on that. Okay, and then we have the Nine of Pentacles coming out here. So for some of you here, this is about leaving stability behind, leaving someone behind, making a decision to leave some sort of relationship and do things by yourself. And that's where the hurt and pain is sitting here. How do you walk away from something or somebody with the least amount of pain? And it could be that this is something you need support on. So you could be talking to someone about it. That is the Sun card. So the Sun talks of absolute joy and happiness. So there's a decision that's going to be made here which is going to improve your life tenfold, is what Spirit's saying. Okay, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So you've got someone slowly coming towards you here. You may have had counselling to let go of something in the past here. Maybe it's counselling because of family issues. It could be relationship, but there's something you've gone through, some sort of counselling for where you've had to let go of something in order to move forward. Somebody's helped you with that, no doubt. But the Sun and the Knight of Pentacles say that there's some happiness coming towards you now. It is slow. You are trying to work through the energy, and then we have the Justice card. So this is something you deserve here. There's a feeling that you are moving towards something that's right for you here because you've made the decision to let go of something else. Okay, and we do have the Death card, so transformation. Okay, now in this, and we did this yesterday too, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major arcanas already here. So again, like yesterday, this is a very important, integral part of your life. What you are going through at the moment is clearing stuff out, clearing out the old to make way for the new here, because you're transforming yourself to understand about living to move forward rather than sitting in your past. And I really feel someone's helped you with this. Three of Swords here. So some of you could be moving away from one person to go towards another person here. There's a huge transformation in order to do this. You haven't been able to do this on your own. 5 of Pentacles. So some of you could be moving away from one person to go towards another person here. There's a huge transformation in order to do this. You haven't been able to do this on your own. There's a huge transformation in order to do this. You haven't been able to do this on your own. If you are in this situation of considering doing this, I would strongly suggest you talk to someone, whether that's a counsellor, a dear friend, a trusted companion, whoever it is. You need to clear your thoughts out here because you're stuck in your head and unable to find your own direction here. So the universe is strongly asking you to tune into your intuition in order to move ahead here. I feel like some people have either had two people in their life they're dealing with and they want to move towards someone new here, and they're trying to understand how to do that in the best possible way with the least amount of hurt. Okay, and then I have the Queen of Cups coming out. So could be again dealing with a water sign and an earth sign. You could be dealing with someone who's a water sign who's got a very earthy personality, or vice versa. It could be someone that's earthy who's very emotional at the moment. If this isn't you doing this, trying to move away from something, and you're dealing with someone who's not been in contact, I would say to you that person is putting things in place at the moment to do away with an old situation. Don't question it. Move on with your life. Live in the moment and do your own work, because you will be helping them by not trying to make contact, by not trying to ask questions, by not trying to understand what's happening for them. But somebody is going through a very difficult time here of trying to move away from one situation to embrace another. Alrighty, so we have the card of co-create. See, the universe is helping you do this. Even if you don't always see it, as long as you're doing what you need to be doing, the universe will be right behind you. You need to learn to trust that the universe will do what is necessary to move you in the right direction for your destiny. It's sort of a little bit of the continuation of the What's Cracking reading this morning, which is really interesting. Okay, so this card here of co-create is about creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, and manifestation. You may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Yet you must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co-create it, only beauty and grace result. Prepare to be amazed. Okay, I'm going to read the relationship one again because it's very relevant. Connections of the heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to new ideas you would never have come across on your own. You are looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You're going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Your love is a unique work of art now and the very embodiment of beauty. So this is what I said to you. You can't go chasing this person or trying to understand why they're taking so long, why it's happening the way it is. You have to trust that the universe is trying to co-create with you through your manifestations, and you have to just go about your business and just let things happen in divine timing. Thanks everyone. Have a great weekend.